Hello everyone, welcome to my update, my post-op 7 months post-op since I got the gastric sleeve operation back in March 30th, so it's nearly 7 months. I'm doing it now as my 7 month post-op update for YouTube, CKTV, and I want to just bring it to you, and I'm not going to be too long at it, but just wanted to go on. I posted on Facebook yesterday about my latest weigh-in. I have reached an unbelievable milestone, folks. I've got I'm into the 20 stone region, so I'm 2012 at the minute now. Stone wise, I'm 292 pounds, under the 300 pound mark, which is a big thing as well for me, and also 11 and a half stone off. Feeling brilliant, folks. It's really, really great to so happy to be there at that stage. I'd like to get down to, for Christmas. Christmas is only a short while away now, of course, about 8 weeks, and I'd love to get down to about under 20 stone for Christmas. Would be realistic now, because I'm only losing about £2 or £3 a week. So things are going good there. My high weight was, of course, 32 stone 5 pounds when I was back last Christmas time, around Christmas time last year, which is now about 10 months ago. So then my surgery weight on March 30th was 28 and a half stone, which is 28 stone 7. And then my current weight, as I said, 20 stone 12 pounds. Couldn't be happier, folks. Started off £453 if you're looking at it in pounds, and now I'm down to 292. So unbelievable, well over £160 off. It's amazing when you look at the numbers. Couple of others. I want to touch on a few things here. We've got a few things listed on my agenda today for this update. I had mentioned on my WLS topic of the week video last week that I had talked about body dysmorphia, which is a condition that you can get. It's a kind of a mental thing. A lot of people get it really bad after surgery, and when they start losing a load of weight fast, it doesn't register in their minds. They think they're still very big, but I didn't get it so much. I found that it was something that I was aware of, but I just didn't feel like I looked like I had that much off. But at times, I suppose it depends what you're wearing as well, But yeah, I do. I go by the numbers. I see the numbers. I'm feeling good. I don't have that much loose skin. I don't feel like I have a lot of loose skin. Maybe a bit, but the training takes care of that and stuff. And I'm getting back into the gym now. I'm going to start into a gym now this coming week, hopefully. Just so much things going on with radio and with the different things I'm involved in. I just don't get time to do a lot of things, but I'm going to make the effort to start the gym again. I've been walking as much as I can. Things are going good exercise-wise, I feel. Otherwise, I just feel that on that whole body dysmorphia thing, it wasn't about me, it was about just a general thing that can happen with weight loss surgery. I wanted to say as well about I was at the cinema a few times. I tried eating popcorn, and I've had that a couple of times when I've been at the cinema, and it doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't, it's popcorn's one of the better things you could have if you were getting something, if you're somewhere like that. So I find if I have a bit of popcorn, I haven't touched fizzy drinks since my surgery. I'm very proud about that one, so I don't touch them at all. But I found when I was having the popcorn, I found that I could eat a lot of popcorn, whereas with other foods you can't really take in much. So it is maybe a slider food. I wouldn't be taking it too often, maybe once in a blue moon, because it's not worth it to. But it doesn't affect me, weight loss or anything, but I'm just saying it mightn't be worth doing that much. But I usually get, if I was in the cinema, I'd usually get one of them fruit drinks or a bottle of water, and then I would get popcorn or something like that. Or I would only get popcorn along with one of them drinks, because I can't take fizzy drinks. It gets me all bloated in the chest, makes me very blocked up, and it doesn't feel good at all. And that's another thing as well. I've found that dumping syndrome is something that's really affected me, and that is when you get a post surgery thing where every now and again you can get hots, like kind of cold sweats, and you get all, from my experience anyways, everybody's affected different by it, but you can get cold sweats and stuff, and you get really sickly, and if you have something that has sugar in it at all, if you try something, you're gonna get it. You can get it anyway, just due to some things just don't affect it when you take anything in at all. Sometimes I get it by eating eggs. I eat a lot of eggs now, and usually they're grand, but sometimes it would give me a bit of dumping syndrome, and I get quite a bit of the dumping syndrome, which is annoying, but it's definitely the positives outweigh the negatives with weight loss surgery. Definitely I would recommend it to anyone. 7 months out now from surgery, and I would recommend this to anyone that needs it, folks. You could call it a last resort, and if you don't get it through the system, you're going to pay a lot for it, but if it's life changing for you, it's a whole different ball game. I really feel that I wouldn't look back at all. And it's really changed my whole mindset. The X and Y axis of the body has totally changed as far as the way I approach things. My metabolism, as my surgeon has said, totally changed up, and everything's going amazing. I questioned my surgeon the last day I was in with him for the 6-month checkup. I questioned him about worrying about, I says I always have it on the back of my mind about what if I start putting on weight after the 2-year window of losing it and that. And he says, well, a lot of people put on maybe 20 to 30 pounds or maybe 40 pounds or something, but then it's, they bring it down again. But I would like to avoid putting on. He says that's not everyone, just some people put on. But then, if you get complacent later on down the line, you start taking in crap again and stuff. But I really feel my whole approach and mindset has totally transformed, which is amazing, and that feels good, folks. Also, I'd like to mention I decided when starting back at the gym, I'm going to go to, I've mentioned I think this in another video, but I'm going to go to a normal gym, just do my own thing, maybe doing the odd class or something. I'm not going to go back to personal trainer, as much as the personal trainer I went to really helped me and I really appreciate him, but I just feel, for the fact that I was getting sore and stuff, I feel personal trainers tend to push you very hard, and I feel that for me in my situation it's probably better just to start with a normal gym now for the winter months anyway, see how it goes. That's my plan as far as that goes. So there's a good idea. Also, I've noticed a lot of non-scale victories as far as my body goes. I really feel like when you look in the mirror and stuff, and feel like I've really lost it around the face. A lot of people have said to me as well, and a lot of good changes, good positive changes. Legs and everything looks a lot better and stuff. And I really feel like, as far as non-scale and as far as the way my body looks, different parts of the body looks, I feel good about that. Really feel positive about that, and not so much loose skin. The skin's a lot more elastic than it could be if it was a lot older and stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to avoid as much of the whole plastic surgery thing as I can, because that will be open to me down the line as far as going on a waiting list to get plastic surgery if I need it. If there's too much loose skin, a lot of people get that. Maybe I'll have to get a bit, who knows, but the nice thing about it is they let you have it if you're doing good and all with the maintenance later on down the line. But I like to avoid having to get much of that, because I hear the recovery of plastic surgery is meant to be very, very sore compared to the operation that I had. So that's all down the line. Who knows what can happen there, but hopefully I'll be able to avoid all that. Other things I'd like to mention. Keys to success. I feel positivity is a massive thing. Anything in life that's getting people down, anything that's really affecting people, sickness, illness, loads of stuff out there. If you keep positive, it can get you through so much. That is so amazing. And there's some, I've heard a lot of cases of people out there, very bad things wrong with them and stuff, and when they have said, and they come out the other end, they said positivity, their family, all good people around them, all positive thoughts, everything is as positive as possible, and that is what helped them as much as other stuff. And you know, the medication's laughter is unbelievable as well. Music, big thing for me as well, as I've said before. Belief in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself. It's a big thing, in my opinion. And that's a cool thing. Actually, today I'm not feeling the best. I'm actually got a bit of dumping syndrome, but it doesn't stop me being positive and being really happy to, put it out there, because this is important. Yeah, so, and enjoying life. I get out a lot more now. Everything's going good as far as getting out and about, meeting up with people, and it's really cool. I really feel so privileged and so happy that I've been given this great opportunity to change my life around and getting out more, meeting more people, doing the stuff that I was supposed to be doing all along, but I just couldn't. My body was holding me back, and it's a beautiful thing, it really is. And thank God, thank everyone for all this. Something else now. Let me see. I felt like I was hitting a stall there for a few weeks. There was a couple of weeks I only lost about 1.5 pounds. There was a couple of weeks I only lost, well, most of the weeks now I lose maybe around 2 to 3 pound. But last Wednesday I weighed myself. I had 2 pound off, and then on Saturday, just yesterday, I had another 2 pound off. So that's 4 pound in 1 week. So that's good. That's brilliant. I feel like now maybe the weight loss might be speeding up a bit more again, which is beautiful. So maybe I had a semi-stall for a while there, but now it's starting to speed up. That's great, because I would like to get down near that 18-19 stone mark in the next few months, maybe for my birthday in February. That'd be great to get to about 19 stone anyway for that. Who knows? It's all good anyway, folks. Taking your vitamins, after this bariatric surgery, taking vitamins is so vital. I've found it's an amazing thing to, I think they are what keeps me right. I take the Boots A to Z multivitamins, and they are what keeps me right. If I didn't take them, sometimes, I think it was a stretch of about 4 days, I forgot to take them when I was away places, and I really felt, after a few days, I felt really yucky and felt really horrible for a while, and started taking them again. Then within a day I was in great form. I really think taking the vitamins, as I say, vitamins in America, but taking the vitamins is massive. The training, the prayers, and the vitamins, as the Hulkster would say, but it is really important, folks. Also, my diet, I can tell you a few things about my diet. Of course, eat a lot of chicken, eat a lot of eggs. I eat mainly protein. Try and get a bit of veg and salad in there as well. Very little carbs. Try and maybe avoid. I'm trying to cut the bread to 2 slices a day, to as much as I can, and I try my best to do 1 a day. But I've noticed carb cycling a good thing as well. Though when I was just losing 1.5 pounds there for a couple of weeks a while back. I started doing a bit of carb cycling. Or somebody online, I seen one of the other gastric sleeve patients talking about it. Kimberly H, Kimberly H, I think it is, if you want to check out. Cool girl, American girl that does it, and she was chatting about carb cycling. And carb cycling is where some days you take maybe 2 or 3 slices of bread, or for example, and then maybe a couple of days then you take no carbs, and then maybe 1 or 2 slices then. So carb cycling, they reckon, is good for speeding up the metabolism and helping the weight come down a bit more. So that's something I've been doing. I found porridge bread. My brother Brian actually introduced me to porridge bread, and I really like that. We've made it here in the house a couple of times, and I really enjoy that. Try that. It's kind of a strong taste of it and that, but it's made with yogurt, and it's made with, doesn't have a lot of the stuff that normal bread has in it, and it's got porridge, which is a massive thing. It's a great thing for weight loss and that anyway, so it's a good addition to the diet. So because I find it hard to eat porridge. I actually, that's another thing, I actually find it really hard to take cereal now. Find my stomach, it's very kind of dumping syndrome like symptoms when I take cereal. So our porridge as well, as it doesn't go down too well. So this porridge bread's a great substitute because it has all that wholesome ingredient that porridge has and that. So have that sometimes, maybe a couple of times every few weeks. Don't have it enough probably, don't make it enough, but I must start trying to get it more often. Rice cakes are my ideal treat. I used to take a lot of ice pops, haven't really touched ice pops in a while now. I just decided to cut them out a bit because of the sugar content in them, so I decided to maybe now as I get on and the weight loss isn't as frequent, I just kind of avoid as much of the sugar as I can, and I'm touching now on taking rice cakes, which has a bit of sugar in it because of the thin bit of chocolate on top, but I take them maybe 2 or 3 every few days, and I really enjoy them. They're a nice treat. They're very light, much like the popcorn, and they go down well. Rarely, I get a wee bit of dumping sunburn from them the odd time, but not too much. I try and take one at a time so I don't overdo it with the rice cakes. But it's a great substitute for a snack if you're watching a movie or something, I find. Also, drink a lot of tea, drink a lot of lattes, coffees. I find the lattes I have in a lot of cafes. I'm a big cafe kind of guy. We're living in a cafe society now, I suppose, so it's a really cool thing, and I really dig the whole cafe scene. So I drink a lot of coffee. You find a lot of gastric sleeve patients or bariatric surgery patients drink a lot of coffee, and it doesn't really affect the weight loss, and as well as that, it's a big deterrent to hunger, so it really helps that way as well. I don't get hungry because of the hormone being removed, but you still know when you need something. Your stomach rumbles and stuff, and you know when you need to eat. But it's a great thing now because, and as my surgeon told me the last day, the hunger will never be the same again, because the hunger from now on will come from the bowel. Whenever I do start getting hungry, and maybe in a year or so, the hunger will come from the bowel. So they'll only tell you, oh, it's time to eat lunch, but you'll still have the healthy mindset and stuff. But before, it came from the hunger hormone, which is situated in the stomach. But now, because that part of my stomach's removed, it's a big, big help. I'm going to touch on a little happy one. As I said, I get out a lot more, socialising a lot more, getting out and about and stuff, which is cool, great. When I was down in Galway, my surgeon and my psychologist both give me the green light on having some cider. They asked me, am I drinking much and stuff, because unfortunately one of the things after bariatric surgery, you tend to go to the drink a lot more because you can't eat as much and stuff. But thankfully I'm just having a few now and again. I'm not having excessive amounts. Maybe 3 or 4 at a time is my limit on most, on all occasions. I wouldn't do any more than 4 if I was out and about. And they said that cider is probably, I told them I drink Orchard Thief cider usually, and they said that's a great choice because it's gluten free. It doesn't have a lot of the crap in it that a lot of the drinks out there would have. So that's very positive to hear from me. It wouldn't make me getting on it all the time, but if I'm out and about and having a few drinks, at least I've got the green light for that. So it's been great bringing you my update. It's been 7 months. 7 dudes. 7 months since my bariatric surgery, gastric sleeve, VSG, whatever you want to call it. And good Lord, I feel good, boys. And it's a great thing. And it really feels good to be at this stage of the journey. And it is a journey. It's not all wine and roses. There's a lot of, you do have to play psychological stuff going on sometimes. Well, not so much with me, but for people in general, it's not an easy ride at all. I've kind of been lucky with my situation as far as the surgery and that, and be very lucky. And I'm getting involved in so much now. I'm going to be doing some work with NVTV based in Belfast. A good friend of mine says I can get involved backstage with that. I might even be interviewed for one of their episodes. That's Northern Visions Television. That's on Freeview, I believe. It's on Freeview things. So really happy to be getting involved with that. Also, I'm on Celtic Radio, as you all know. If you're following my stuff, you'll know I do 3 shows a week on Celtic Radio, as well as now getting involved with Donegal Bay FM, brand new Donegal station that's starting up, and I could possibly be doing a breakfast show on that in the coming weeks. I definitely will be doing some shows for them, and also with Celtic Radio as well. Won't be doing link-ups anymore because we're going to be The link-ups are stopping, but I've told them that I'm willing to do some shows for them as well. So very happy about that. And the beautiful thing is I can log on to the internet and do them from home, which is cool. But so it's good to be alive, dudes. Feels great to be here, and I'm so happy I'm getting to do the things I'm passionate about. And that's what life's all about. Do what you're passionate about and believe in yourself. And if you're on the edge, if you're on the fence about getting bariatric surgery of any kind, go for it, dudes. I have had calls from people. I've had Facebook messages almost every 2-3 days. People's telling me they're getting the surgery, or asking me, is it worth getting the surgery? And I've got a few people, actually just today when I made this video, a few hours ago, a girl that got the surgery done earlier this morning messaged me and says I'm out, and said I was giving her advice on the next week. It's going to be tough. That first week post surgery is very tough, but you have to stick with it. Believe in the whole idea that in a week's time you're going to start feeling great. And look what's happened with me, and if it can happen with me, it can happen with anyone. So thank God to be able to help people out there and inspire people and tell them, this is the future. If you want to get something like this done, go for it, dudes. I know one girl, which I'm very sad for as well, but I've even been trying to help her as far as her getting her surgery and that, but unfortunately she seems to she's been waiting a long time for the surgery, and I don't think she's getting what she deserves, as far as they're not getting her surgery done quick enough. And it really breaks my heart when that happens with people. I really feel that people should be, if they're in bad need of stuff like this, they should get these kind of things done. But it's been the Keoster for my 7-month post-op, 11.5 stone down. Thank you, folks. Great to be here. Keoster over.